What's up guys, my name is Papa Minnow and I'm back to bring you the best bang for your basketball bets in the NBA edition of the Casual Fan Podcast. The hardest working, most accurate, most entertaining sports gambling podcast on YouTube. This is your weekend look at the NBA where I'll give you guys my picks across the weekend that are surefire bets to win you guys some shmoney. But before we start, be sure to like and subscribe to the Casual Fan Podcast. And if you want to thank or berate me about my pick, check out my personal page at pops.culture on Instagram or on Twitter at PapaOMinnow. With that said, let's get into my first three picks for Saturday. So we're going to start off with the Detroit Pistons at the Brooklyn Nets. The Nets recently acquired Blake Griffin after he was bought out by the Pistons. It's unclear whether he'll make his debut on Saturday, but if he does, it will be the first time he faces his old team this season. The Nets are minus 110 favorites going into this game, and while the Pistons did beat them in their last meeting by a score of 122 to 111, I don't expect lightning to strike twice. There's no way that's gonna happen. The Nets are an easy pick and you'll almost win guaranteed money by taking them in the money line. If you want some good value on this bet, you could take them at the point spread of minus 11.5, meaning essentially they would just have to score 12 points or higher. This is likely to be a blowout at 1.91 odds. Another value proposition would probably be to go with the under. Detroit has only cracked 110 points twice in their last 8 games, so you could probably make some good money going that route. But I'm personally going to go with the Nets at a point spread of minus 11.5. This is likely to be a blowout. Detroit's like the second worst team in the league, going up against one of the better teams and higher scoring teams. So the Nets are just going to run it up on them. There's no way I can see Detroit coming out with any kind of value in this. For the next game, let's move on to the Pacers at the Suns. This will be the first game back for Caris LeVert since he got traded in that blockbuster deal involving James Harden and a whole bunch of other teams. He's been out since that trade due to a mass that was found in his kidney. Luckily, they found it during his physical. It's good to see that he's back and healthy, and he should be a big boost for the Pacers in this game. The Suns will still be a favorite, but I'm not too concerned about the money line or the spread in this pick. The real value comes from the over, which is set at 221, meaning both teams would just have to score 111 points each or 222 points combined to win at odds of 1.91, almost essentially doubling your money. Both these teams have young guys who like to run, and in their last meeting, the Suns won by a score of 125 to 117. So scoring is not going to be an issue. The over is a really good pick here. And that was without Caris LeVert, who's playing and he's known to be a scorer. For this matchup, I'm definitely just going to go with the over. It's an easy pick and you can almost essentially double your money at 1.91 odds once again. And for my last pick on Saturday, we got the Raptors at the Hornets. No OG Anunoby, no Fred VanVleet, no Pascal Siakam, along with Malachi Flynn and Patrick McCaw. The Raptors are coming off a heartbreak loss to the Atlanta Hawks. Typical Toronto fashion, losing to a last-second shot from Tony Snell of all people. The meme stat line, 0 points, 0 rebounds, 0 assists in 28 minutes. I can't believe it was him that had to do it to my Raptors, but he hit that shot and the Raptors lost in a devastating fashion. The Hornets always play the Raptors tight going back to the last several seasons. And this season, in the last 2 previous meetings, the Raptors only edged them out by 3 points in each of those games. And that was while the Raptors were fully equipped with all their players. So it's going to be a difficult task for them to be able to pull out this win. You still have Norman Powell, who's been great in the last 4 games, averaging 31 points in those games and shooting an absurd 52% from 3. That's just insane. That stat line is better than what people shoot from the field, so it's crazy what he's been able to do for this team whilst they've been shorthanded. The Hornets are definitely the safest pick based off of the lineup that the Raptors are gonna roll out. The Raptors have been a scrappy team all year. For my money personally though, I would probably stick with the Hornets in this game, simply because the Raptors are going to be shorthanded, and even whilst they had their full roster, both of those last 2 games were only decided by a total of 6 points. So it's really hard for me to see how the Raptors would be able to pull this one out. I'm taking the Hornets. If you're a little bit more risky, you can go with the Raptors at the 2 to 1 odds. Definitely for your money too, I would take them tomorrow night against the Chicago Bulls, who haven't been playing their best basketball. You can definitely get some value there on the Raptors, even though they're on a back-to-back night. The Raptors are shown to play some of their best basketball on back-to-back nights, usually only losing by a couple of points. I really like them in the Sunday game against the Chicago Bulls instead. So for Sunday's pick, we got the Celtics at the Rockets. The Celtics are an easy lock in this game. Not only are they coming off a loss against the Brooklyn Nets and they'll likely bounce back, but they're on 3 days rest going into this game against Houston. That's easy money. Houston has been down horrendous, losing their last 15 games straight, and things are only going to get worse. PJ Tucker has just been sidelined by the team due to his frustrations of not being traded. He's one of their best defenders and one of the best defenders in the league, so losing him for nothing at this moment, just having him sit on the bench, is just going to only make things worse. Whatever the odds end up being for the Celtics, your best bet is definitely to take the spread. They've lost their last 15 games. It's probably going to be a blowout for the Celtics. They're easy money for that pick on Sunday. So to recap my choices, on Saturday, I'm going with the Nets on the spread, the Pacers and the Suns on the over, the Hornets over the Raptors, and the Celtics against the spread, whatever they happen to be. Easy money there. They're going to blow them out. Thank you to everyone who's watched, liked, and subscribed to the Casual Fan Podcast. If you haven't taken the chance, be sure right now to like the video and subscribe to the page. Be sure to follow us on all socials. You can follow me at Pops Culture on Instagram. Happy betting, and I'll see you guys in the next one.